A very warm welcome in the class of Mathematics 1. In the module of function of several variables, we are in the topic of gradient. Myself Rupak Bhattacharjee, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, JIS College of Engineering. Now, the prerequisites for these classes are like the function of several variable and its concept. Means when you are trying to find out the gradient, in that case the complete basic idea on several variable functions are required, because on those functions we are trying to operate some function or operator. We need the concept in x direction, in y direction, or in some arbitrary direction. What does it mean and how it looks like? And obviously some geometrical interpretation are also very much required. We need partial differentiation, because as we are treating several variable functions, the concept of differentiation here appears as partial differentiation, and the calculation of partial differentiation is also required. And finally, the concept of vector is also very much required, because you will see that when the class will progress, the concept of vector, what does it mean, what are the associated components, everything will be required to complete a problem related to gradient. So these are the prerequisites. We now start the class from the next slide. What is told here? The vector differential operator. This is the notation, that is not an issue. The linguistic expression what is given or associated with this is, it is an operator. What type of operator? Differential operator. And what is the specification on this differential operator? It is linked with vector. That means it is a vector concept is required in this operator, whose notation is like this, which is called del or nabla, and it is defined if we are considering three dimensions, that means x, y and z. Then this is the expression of del x I plus del y j plus del z k. All of us know what is I, j, k, but still we should mention that I is the unit vector in the direction of x, j is the unit vector in the direction of y, and k is the unit vector in the direction of z. So please concentrate on the definition. It is del x. You are differentiating partially with respect to x, but whom? It is not mentioned here. So it is simply an operator. You have to operate this one on something. You please keep this information in your mind. Just as of now, that del x, del y, del z, you have to operate on something. You are not operating them on I, but after operating them, it has to be associated with I. Means partially differentiated term with respect to x will be associated with the unit vector along x direction. Partially differentiated term with respect to y will be associated with the unit vector in y direction, and similarly for z also. Now it is clearly mentioned that they are partial derivatives, that del x, del y, del z. But to be noted, this vector operator, that means this del, may be applied to differentiable scalar functions or scalar fields, and the result is a special case of a vector field called gradient vector field. So what we are doing, we are operating this vector operator on a scalar field or scalar function. So obviously this vector components will be present in the final result, and that is called the gradient vector field. When we are going to solve some problems on this, it will be more clear. But from definition, if we now just come down to two dimension, then gradient is what? If I talk about only gradient, it will not be good. It will be better to utter this one, gradient of a function. What type of function? Fxy. That means it is a scalar function. Clear? And we are taking it as two dimensions. So gradient of f of xy is defined as del on f of xy. Now this del contains ij component and this fxy. Look at this, what the question we have raised here, that this del x is operated on whom. Now this answer is given that this del x is operated on f. Similarly del y will be operated on f, and the resulting expression is associated with I, and here it is j. So if there are three terms, that means three dimension, then it will be del z, del f, del z with k. Clear? So two things to be concentrated, not to get any confusion, that del is the vector differential operator and del on fxy is called gradient of the function fxy. Clear? Now the gradient of a function is a vector field because it is obtained by applying the vector operator delta to the scalar function fxy. So obviously the vector concept will always remain there in the final result, and this vector field is actually called as the gradient or conservative vector field. Clear? So this is the basic definition. Now we are moving to the examples. So we have a very basic function fxy is equal to x plus y square. So if I want to partially differentiate it with respect to x, we will get 1, and if we differentiate it partially with respect to y, we will get 2y. And after that, if we associate it with I and j, we will get the gradient of f of xy. So let us check it. So del of f of xy is nothing but del f del x I plus del f del y j. Now look at this. We are differentiating partially with respect to x f. Similarly, differentiating partially with respect to y f. And what is the result? Already we have uttered that it will be 1 and it will be 2y. So after simplifying, we are getting this result. And what is this? Look at this. It is nothing but a vector field because I and j is associated with this. If we move for the next problem, then what we see, we are now taking a function of three dimension f of x, y, z. So there will be components or the contribution from x as well as from y as well as from z. So it is obvious that we have to do the partial differentiation with respect to x, partial differentiation of f with respect to y, and partial differentiation of f with respect to z. And if we do this along with the association of I, j and k, what we get, that this is the definition of gradient, that is del of f of x, y, z. Now f is given, we have to differentiate partially it with respect to x, then y, then z. So this is going to be the stepwise problems. Now our job is to check arbitrarily any one of them. Suppose I am checking del f del x. So this is my whole expression is my f. So if I differentiate this one partially with respect to x first, then what we get, 3 into 2, 6x, and y to the power half will be treated as a constant. So what they have shown, that 3y to the power half, as it will be treated as a constant, they came out, then del x of x square, so it will be 2x, and ultimately you will get 6x y to the power half with I. So we can write it as 6x root over y with I. And this simple breakwise calculation is shown here so that there will be no confusion among the students or listeners. Similar calculation is done for del y, and we get this one as the final result. And similar calculation, that means similar approach is adopted for this del z part, and we get this partial differentiation like this, and we get this result. So finally this is going to be the gradient of fxyz, and it is very much clear that it is a vector field. I, j, k, all are present. Okay, so now if we proceed further for some properties, you look at this, we can say that gradient of c, what is c? C is a constant, will be 0, because partial differentiation of c with respect to x and y and z all are 0, so where contribution will be 0. Now if we take f1 and f2 are two scalar point functions, then some properties can be made on gradient. First one is that gradient of f1 plus f2 is nothing but gradient of f1 plus gradient of f2. You can ask that why I am giving this sign. Some textbooks gives this sign, some textbooks they says that it is defined and assumed to be a vector, but as we know, according to the definition, it is having some ith component, jth component, kth component, so it is a vector. And to get rid of any confusions, we can use this vector notation above this nabla. Otherwise you have to use bold sign or something like that, so we can use this symbol to make it more clear. Now another property of this one can be shown as, on the product of f1 and f2, what will be the result? The result is this one plus this one. Now you can say, sir, we are getting some similarity of this formula with some differentiation, and if you are asking about this, you are correct, because you are getting that UV rule for the next one, the linearity rule for the first one, all of these are correct, but all these rules we have discussed for one dimension cases. It is true for two dimension cases in the context of gradient. If you want to prove it, you can just do it by your own effort. So similarly, I am giving you two more problems or other properties. You can check them and you can compare them whether they are also coming as similar with the previously known results. What will be this? And if we are taking R, where R is expressed as xi plus yj plus zk, means position vector, then the total differential of f is given by df is equal to dr dot del on f, and if f is a vector point function, then df will be del dot dr on f, means ultimately you can make the reverse part as dr dot del on f, where f, capital F, you can denote as a vector point function. So you can do the similar calculation for capital F also. Before going into further more problems, I just want to say that you know I dot I dot j, I dot k, as well as you know what is I cross j, I cross k, and all other possibilities on the concept of dot product and cross product. These are very much important for our coming problems, and you please make a thorough revision of these products, dot product and cross products, and you know what is scalar product also. Okay, so if we proceed further, then what we get, a beautiful problem on the calculation of gradient. So what will be this? Let us check. First of all, the problem has to be mentioned, and the problem is something like that. If r be the distance of a whose coordinate is xyz from the origin, and vector r be the position vector of a relative to the origin, means 0 0 0, then find gradient of r. Second problem, find gradient of 1 by r. And third problem, find gradient of log mod vector r. So there are three problems, and we have to proceed for one by one. So let us check how to think for these types of problems first, how to proceed basically. We need gradient, means del dot, del u. So we start with the position vector r. We know that according to the definition, it will be xi plus yj plus zk. Clear? So it is the first line where we need this trick that r square is going to be x square plus y square plus z square. If this is clear to us that we are actually finding out the distance from the origin of this position vector, and the distance is root over x square plus y square plus z square, which is equal to r, then r square will be x square plus y square plus z square. So after getting this r square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square, we can do the partial differentiation of this expression with respect to x. So what we get, 2r del r del x is equal to 2x. So we can write this 2 and 2 is cancelled out. Del r del x is equal to x by r. In the similar manner, we can write del r del y is equal to y by r because it is symmetric expression, and del r del z is equal to z by r. Now, what is asked to us? First question, grad of r. So we can write it as I del del x plus j del del y plus k del del z on r, and inserting r in the inside part, we can write I del del x r plus j del del y r plus k del del z r. Do you know del r del x? We know it. So it will be I x by r plus j y by r plus k z by r. And we can make a simplification by taking 1 by r common. It is xi plus yj plus zk. So what we get, 1 by r, what is xi plus yj plus zk? It is nothing but the vector r. So we can write finally it is nothing but vector r by r, which is gradient of r. So if it is now clear to us, we can proceed further for the second problem, which is asking us that what is gradient of 1 by r. So gradient of 1 by r will be according to the formula of this one, I in place of del r del x, it will be del del x of 1 by r, nothing different than this, del del x of 1 by r plus j del del y of 1 by r plus k del del z of 1 by r. So our job is now to find out what is del del x of 1 by r. If I calculate it here for our supporting calculation, look at this, del del x of 1 by r, we can write it as del del x of r, then del del r of 1 by r according to the chain rule, and for that we can write that 1 by r is differentiated with respect to r, what we get, minus 1 by r square, because it is r to the power minus 1, so it will be minus 1, 1 by r to the power minus 1, minus 1, that is r to the power minus 2. And for adjustment we need here del r del x, and del r del x is already known to us, it is x by r. So what we get for del del x of 1 by r, del del x of 1 by r, what we get, it is minus 1 by r square and del r del x. What is del r del x? It is x by r. So I can write it as x by r. So finally what we get, minus 1 by r cube x, minus 1 by r cube x. So here I can write I minus 1 by r cube on x. Similarly, we will get minus j 1 by r cube on y minus k 1 by r cube on z. So if I take 1 by r cube minus 1 by r cube common, then what we get xi plus yj plus zk. And similarly, what we get xi plus yj plus zk is nothing but the vector r. So we can write it finally that it is nothing but minus vector r by r cube. We get the third problem as remaining. What is that? Gradient of log of mod of vector r. So here our problem is, our job is to find out gradient of log of mod of vector r. Okay, so what is r? R is xi plus yj plus zk. So what will be mod of vector r? This is our vector r. So mod of vector r will be equal to r, means the distance, and which is nothing but root over x square plus y square plus z square. We know that the distance of this position vector from the origin will be this. So if our target is to find out gradient of log of mod of vector r, it is nothing but gradient of log of r, because mod of vector r means r. So our job is now gradient of log r to calculate. So according to the formula, what we can write, I del x of log r plus similar manner j del y of log r and k del z of log r. Clear? So I can write it here according to the chain rule. It is 1 by r, then del r del x plus j. It is also 1 by r del r del y plus k 1 by r del r del z, and del r del x, del r del y, del r del z all are known to us. So we can take 1 by r common from here. I del r del x, in this position we can write x by r plus j y by r plus k z by r. So in the next line we can write it as 1 by, there is already 1 r and we are getting 1 r from here, so it will be 1 by r square. Then we get left as xy plus yj plus zk. So what is this? It is nothing but the vector r. So ultimately we can write it is nothing but vector r by r square. So this is the complete calculation of this problem related to gradient. Now before completing this class, I just want to say one very simple problem on this gradient. That is, the problem is something like that. If it is given that u means a scalar point function is 3x cube plus 5y square z cube, and you are asked to find out what will be this. So your job is to write down this one, as all of you are now most probably confident about what to do. I del x plus j del y plus k del z on 3x cube plus 5y square z cube. Now the remaining lines are very much stereotype. You have to operate del del x on this whole, del del y on this whole, del del z on this whole, and associate those expressions with I, j and k, and you will get the final result. So it is now left for you. So we have already got this particular idea. Now what is waiting for us? A linking between the previous class with this class, that the directional derivative, and here we are going to define this directional derivative with the help of gradient. Here if we are taking that n is the unit vector, then n dot del f is called the directional derivative of f in the direction n. The directional derivative is the rate of change of f in the direction n. It is already defined, calculated, exhibited, but now it is linked with the idea of gradient. So if we have to find out the directional derivative of this one, x square yz, so it is our f. What is the direction? Direction is 4i minus 3k. So we have to find out the unit direction in this direction. And at which point we are trying to find out 1 minus 1, 1. So what we are doing? First of all, we are finding out the unit vector. That means n dot in 4i minus 3k, and it is already achieved. And then we are finding out the gradient of del f. What the process we have adopted in the last problems. And we finally conclude the problem that the required directional derivative will be n dot del f. So n is already calculated, del f is already calculated, only this dot product is remaining. And when you are doing this dot product between these two vectors, obviously it will be a scalar quantity, and finally we get the scalar quantity as this one with respect to the point 1, minus 1 and 1. So this is our final result. So this is also the application of gradient in the calculation of directional derivative. So now we are giving you this assignment to solve. Please find all these problems and calculate all these problems, so to have some concrete idea on the uses of this special tool. And I want to mention that these are the resources we have used to make this prepare lecture. And finally I want to thank you all for your patience. Happy listening, happy learning.